This just in, the body of a transgender woman has been found in the alley on Orange Blossom Trail in Church Street.
Lord God, no, no! People with mental illness, various racial and ethnic groups, and gay and lesbian individuals. Gay individual civil rights versus civil rights, and same-gender marriages.
Listen, I know that he is not gay friendly. He's gonna lose it.
Hello, welcome to Affirming Love Podcast, where we are acknowledging, announcing, confirming, encouraging, and upholding love for LGBTQ plus individuals and allies. I am your host, Laverne Simpson, advocate, leader, and member of the LGBTQ plus community. CEO of Creative and Spiritual Resolutions, where I'm a spirit guide and spirit healer. Writer, director, and producer of Love Simpson Creations, theatrical productions, as well as founder, former leader, and wedding officiant of Affirming Love Ministries, a radically inclusive ministry for LGBTQ plus individuals and allies. Each week on Affirming Love Podcast, we will be breaking down real conversations about beliefs, relationships, entrepreneurship, leadership, personal development, and growth. Welcome to Affirming Love Podcast. Hello. Welcome to Affirming Love Podcast. I am your host, Laverne Simpson, advocate, member, and leader of the LGBTQ plus community. Today, we are acknowledging someone who is a transgender artist, songwriter, and storyteller from Maryland. She created music and cinematic stories that explore identity, healing, transformation, and what it means to become your authentic self. Her biggest project is Zara Rowe Chronicles, a series that follows a character who learns to embrace who she truly is while navigating a world of crime, survival, and self-discovery. Everything she creates comes from a real place, whether she's writing music, building Zara's world, or sharing her own journey. Her goal is to remind people that they're allowed to evolve, rewrite their story, and live authentically. If her work helps even one person feel seen or gives them hope to keep going, she knows that she's doing what she's meant to do. Y'all help me welcome today Miss Freya Magik. Hi, Freya.
Hi. Hello.
How are you today?
I'm doing really well. I'm really
Awesome.
good.
Awesome. Announce yourself, girl. Tell us more about what you do and who you are.
All right. So my name is Freya Magik. I am a creative artist, story writer. I spend a lot of time creating and writing stories centered around transformation, identity, and evolution is
Okay.
how I would like to say it.
Okay. All right. Awesome. And what is that? The Zara Rowe Chronicles. Tell us a little bit more about that. What's that
So
work like?
all right. So initially, it's my series that I created. I created it at the beginning of the year. I started. I did not see it coming. It kind of came to me all at once, like gradually over time.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty much a cinematic story that I've created utilizing different tools, AI tools, different things like that to really bring the message across. That I feel like that I'm trying to bring across, especially for the community, for the LGBTQ community.
Okay. Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. And tell us, how do you identify? If you're
I
comfortable, what does that identity mean to you?
so I identify as a woman who transitioned from male to female, trans woman,
Mm-hmm.
and it means a lot to me in terms of self expression and really owning that.
Awesome. Yes,
Yeah.
Hunty. On it. Be who
Yeah.
you were created to be. I love it. That's what I'm talking
Yes.
about. How long has it been, Freya, since you transitioned?
So I transitioned 6 years ago.
Okay.
6 years ago. It, it's honestly hasn't felt like it, but it's just been 6 years. I literally had transitioned like at the top of the year, going into the new year. So it was
Mhm.
kind of, I don't know, beautiful but symbolic at the same time. So
Wow, right? A new
yeah,
you in a new year. I
yeah.
love everything about you, Freya. Listen, from the moment we started chatting, I love everything about you. I just think you are so fantastic. Your
Oh, thank
energy
you,
is wonderful. And
thank you.
so tell us a little bit about what it was like for you coming out. Walk us through your coming out story.
Okay, so my coming out story was a little different. Initially, I know what really did it for me was I had been really sick. I had COVID and I was like, I wasn't really sure how my health was gonna go, but I
Mhm,
was really, really sick. And I started to really reflect on like, you know, I really want to honor who I am
mhm,
and the thoughts of like if I were to die, not
mhm.
honoring that
Oh,
that
wow.
that made me very sad.
Wow.
So I it started to become a thing where I was like, well, I need to just honor who I am now in this moment.
Mhm.
I don't know if I'm gonna live 20, 50 years. You would think you want like, you like, hey, I
Right.
want to live that long, but you just
Right.
really don't know.
Mhm,
So I really just started taking that time and just diving into who I am as a
mhm,
person, and who, just my expression. And I really wanted to honor that. So I gradually started to socially transition first. Then I medically transitioned.
okay.
And it just gradually, like, I just kept going further and further with my journey.
Okay, you said before COVID take this life, baby, let me come on and be who I am for real, because
Yes.
COVID was a mess. COVID was an
Yes.
eye opener, obviously, right?
Yes, it was a big eye opener for me. Like, and it was around when it first happened too. So I was just like, oh my gosh, like, I don't know. It to me, it just became about really honoring who I am before like that happened. Cause it's like when that happens, it's it, So yeah,
Absolutely.
that's what led to it.
Okay. So before you did your transitioning, were you represented as a gay male?
So no, I wasn't. I was honestly I had identified as just a straight male, but I hadn't really dove into myself enough to really like kind of express what I was feeling. So
Mm-hmm.
when I transitioned, I kind of like did more of that. But it had always been a thing where I kind of felt like I had to suppress myself given my environment and just the people I was around, it didn't, I just felt like the identity that I had prior didn't allow me to uh, really express or even, explore.
Wow. Girl, you
Yeah.
was like, listen, I'm doing all this at once. Ain't nobody playing with them. I'm coming up.
Yeah.
That's beautiful. Ain't nothing wrong with that. It's wonderful to hear you say that listen, I could have lost my life, and
Yeah,
and did you feel death like with
I
the
did.
that you felt the death?
I
Yeah,
did. I
right.
was sick for a very long time, for a long time, and then I got better.
Mm-hmm.
And as I was getting better, I had made up in my mind I wasn't gonna waste my life trying to um fit a box or try
Mm-hmm.
to be someone that I'm not. Because I had
Mm-hmm.
held on to an old identity for so long, an
Mm-hmm.
identity built on survival and expectations of others, the society, and those around me.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Absolutely. And tell me what that was like for you. back then, even before COVID, what was it like for you knowing that Freya was inside and you weren't letting her out?
It honestly was it was a little suffocating because I didn't really like it's kind of like I knew what spoke to me, but I wasn't listening to it. It was like I knew what was touching and tugging at my heart, but I just was like, no, no, I gotta keep up the mask. I gotta wear this mask so that way I can be, loved on and appreciated and stuff like that. So
Wow.
yeah.
So you walking around, how long did you know, or how long had it been since you were having these feelings? When was the first time that, honestly, in all your life, when was the very first time that you felt like I'm different?
So for me, it was when I was younger, I started it was the type of clothes that I was attracted to.
Mhm,
The activities that were more, I'm not, I'm gonna just say that felt more called to, like more of a feminine expression,
mhm,
clothes, makeup, those type of things, wanting to explore it. But I was also in church, so there was also a
mhm,
part of me that kind of just was like, no, no, you can't do that.
mhm,
Kind of push it down, suppress it. Ain't nobody gonna really know. But still, all the while internally, I'm feeling it, and I'm just like, I want to enjoy these things. This I keep feeling called to, but I
mhm,
couldn't put a name on it because I didn't have anybody around me at that time that could really help me with that or give me that, I guess, not a rule book, but just somebody I could look to that would say,
mhm.
hey, it's okay to feel these things and honor that.
Right, right.
So,
Came up
yeah.
in the Baptist church?
I came up in a apostolic church.
Ooh, baby. Church
Yeah.
of God of Christ.
Yes.
Baby.
Yes.
Yeah.
I came up in an apostolic church for many years, and I really felt like I boxed myself in so
Mhm,
much with
mhm,
who I was to try to think that that was gonna really set me free because
mhm.
it was an expectation placed on me through someone
Mm.
else.
Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
yeah.
Were you in the choir?
So I wasn't in the choir, but I definitely played music even back then. I
Okay.
did the bass guitar, I did the drums. I always was involved in music in some sort of way. I did sing a little bit, but not like all the time.
Okay. Okay.
At least in
And
church.
did you have people, um, you said you were masking things. Was your femininity there though, even as a male? And did you have people ever approach you about that?
So yes, I have. I have. I It would come out in ways that I didn't subconsciously even recognize or even think
Mm-hmm.
about.
Mm-hmm.
I really was so focused on trying to hold that mask.
Mm-hmm.
Someone that I used to date, they kind of asked me quite a few times, like, "Are it's okay if
Wow.
if you are gay or wherever you're feeling called to," but
Mm-hmm.
like they just wanted to like know and understand like what was going on with me, and I had a lot of I don't know if I can say pride, but I just really was just kind of stubborn with the mask.
Ah,
And it kind of took me like almost dying to kind of just let that go.
just, yeah, you really felt like you just could not admit it. So you were dating someone and they noticed that too. What was it like for you once you started transitioning? Like, what was your family like?
Initially, so it was a little hard. It was definitely hard. I'm not even gonna lie. I ain't gonna even say a little. It was definitely hard for me.
Mhm,
Um, I came out to my best friend, and she was just so supportive. It wasn't that I didn't think she was gonna be supportive. It was just more so of this is so vulnerable to me, and I'm the type of person who likes to kind of like keep things to themselves.
Okay.
So it was very hard for me to just be like, hey, this is who I am. I'm Freya, and like this is what it is. Like, and I'm not budging on that.
And now back to our show.
This is what it is. Like, and I'm not budging on that.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and she was just so supportive, and she's still supportive to me even this day. I don't have words.
I can
Um,
hear it in your voice. That
but
touches you.
it, I think the financial aspect of it was one of the more harder parts, and also the family too,
Mm-hmm.
because a lot of times, you know, sometimes when you transition, like life doesn't stop. You still have to show up in
Right,
ways.
right.
And, you know, society, just the way it is, they aren't necessarily always, uh, they give you grace, like, you
Right.
know, with certain things, especially presenting film.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so I kind of I grew closer with my family, specifically like my mom,
Okay.
and my grandmom and stuff. And it really it really kind of surprised me because I didn't know if they were going to accept me like that. I just
Mm-hmm.
didn't, because I really was like, again, somebody who kind of kept things to themselves, but I observed things. So it
Mm-hmm.
was just really, it blessed me a lot in that way, but it was not easy at all.
Yeah.
It was a lot of, because of the financial aspect of it. Sorry, not to get emotional.
It's
Um,
okay, baby. Mm-hmm.
um, it's just a lot of parts with the financial aspect I wasn't able to really do with my own transition because I had expectations for myself and how comfortable I feel in my body, and I just still didn't let that erase who I was on the inside, and I just kept that. It still showed up. Yeah,
Oh, Freya.
yeah.
Oh, I'm sending hugs, boo. I'm
Thank
sending
you.
hugs. That can be difficult. That can be difficult. And when you say the financial part, as you mean as far as the transformation itself, the medications and things like that, you were having a
Yes,
you know,
yes,
you get your medicine and stuff. Is it
yes.
easier for you now? Because I know I just spoke with a couple of guys, and I don't know if you were able to see their show when I had Mr. Jaden Durham and Mr. Damari Johnson on the show, and
Mm,
they were saying how that you have to do the medicine all the time, and that
yes,
thing, yeah. And Damari, I think, was telling us that it's different now, where
it
it's
is.
easier now to get medicine and things versus what it was back then.
It is. Yes, I definitely agree with that. Yes, absolutely. I know, but initially at first it wasn't easy for me to get access to medicine.
Mhm.
There was a process, but it happened faster than I anticipated it was gonna happen.
Come on.
And I was grateful for that. I was able to get my medicine and whatnot and,
Hmm.
make sure that I was healthy and stuff like that.
Hmm.
And I really took time to think about if I wanted to medically transition at first. And the further along I went, I knew intuitively like this is
Hmm.
where I'm at. This is who I am. Like
Hmm.
there's no,
Hmm.
irregardless if anybody else understood it. So it definitely became easier for sure. Yeah.
Okay, awesome. And your mom and your grandmother, are you the only child? Do you have siblings?
I do have siblings. I have two brothers and I have one sister.
Okay, and where are you at in the amongst the five?
I'm the eldest.
Oh, four,
I'm
two
the
brothers and one sister. Okay, you're
Yeah,
the
I'm the eldest.
eldest. Okay,
Yes.
All right. And what were your siblings like?
So my one of my brothers, I would watch him a lot. I would help take care of him when my mom wasn't able to when she was working and stuff. So it was me and him were a lot closer back then. It's more of a distance right now, just because we're not in the same place. But
Mhm.
um, I haven't really spent too much time with my brothers and sisters, just given kind of where because of location.
Okay. But do you guys still talk?
I have not talked to my brother or sister in a while, like a while, just
Okay.
because life has been a little chaotic.
Okay. Okay. But that's because of that. That has nothing to do with the transitioning.
It did affect my it now it I have to say it did affect my relationships with them, with a lot of my family members. I think I said it. I don't know if I said it, but I was more so accepted by my grandmother and my mom.
Mm-hmm.
Um, they were very accepting of me. My mom took a little bit, but she still like I could still see that she loved me.
Okay.
Um, it was just more so a misunderstanding of, like with my brothers and sisters and other family members, just not understanding why I would do that transition and whatnot. But kind of get to the point where I don't feel like I should have to explain myself. This is just who I am, and it doesn't take from me as a person,
Mm-hmm.
you know.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So the rest of the family just ain't getting a hold to it. But I mean, it's life. We still have to,
Right.
right? We still have to be who we were created to be. I mean,
Exactly.
and how old are you, if you don't mind me asking?
I'm 35.
Okay. So 6 years ago, you were 29. You were 29 at the time.
Yeah. Yeah. So when I hit 30 is like when I really had transition. So it was like the last year of my 29 and then going into and becoming
It's the-
30. So yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
Okay. All right, baby.
yeah,
You was
yeah.
hitting some marks. You hear me? Yes. New Year's, turning 30, dirty 30. I mean, yeah, it was, yes, honey, it was some transition and I love it. I love
Yes.
so glad. And I hate that you had to go through what you went through with COVID in order to get you there. But I have to say, I'm glad you did because it helped you to become who you really are. You know what I'm saying? We don't
Yeah.
know very much about each other, but you seem so genuine. You know what I'm saying? And in who you are. And I commend you for that. 150,000%. I commend you for being who you were created to be, right? Um,
Thank you.
yeah,
That's the beauty that comes out of chaos.
yes,
Sometimes
ma'am.
it takes that chaos to shake stuff up to get you
Mhm.
to realign where you need to be at.
Yes, yes. That pressure,
So
honey, that turns you into that diamond, darling.
exactly. And it's funny you say that because I'm literally making an album called Diamonds and
Come
it's
on.
emphasizing that. So yeah.
Yes, yes, yes. And now back to our show. You love to do music. Um,
Yes.
Tell me, what was it like? Like, were you working back then? What was it like for you with working, and how has that changed, if any?
So you mean like when I first transitioned, how did it? Okay,
Mm-hmm.
so initially I was before transitioning, I was deeply in the field of behavior therapy. I did a lot of behavior technician work. So I worked with the population a lot, and um, I that type of work can be a little mentally and emotionally draining.
Mm-hmm.
So it really started to take a lot out of me, and I had to pivot into something else. What? I've been I was trying to figure that out for a while. But it initially I kept trying different things,
Okay.
and I started to see what was really for me and what wasn't. What
Mm-hmm.
was draining me?
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely not. What was supporting me and making me feel good? Absolutely.
Okay.
So it really became a time period where I had to really learn new skills, and I started getting deeper into music, get more deeper into already had skills with video editing.
Mm-hmm.
I just wanted to get more so some into art or something that would allow me to express myself, because I really didn't have anybody around that I could like express these things around, express them to.
Mm-hmm.
So I really had to find a way to share what I was feeling
Mm-hmm.
and get it out in a way that wasn't necessarily bringing me down.
Okay.
So my work changed drastically. Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Okay. You went like left whatever position and whatever place you were in and started somewhere else anew as your
Yeah.
did you
Yeah.
interview as Freya?
Yes, I did. I had a lot of fear because I didn't feel like I was gonna be accepted at all.
Why?
I A lot of the stigma with, transgender people, that's something that kind of doesn't it can make you think some things, and it can make you very fearful of
Mhm.
sharing yourself, because I'm not saying everyone thinks like this, but it's just the fear of, again, are they gonna accept me? Do they
Right.
respect my identity?
Hmm.
And for me personally, with my spirituality, I was always internally led. If you can't be yourself, then it's not for you. It's
Hmm.
just that plain and simple. Because I've tried to make things work, and I didn't try to detransition, but I just tried to put the mask on, and I never could. Once I really started living as me, as
Hmm.
Freya, I could never really go back. I couldn't.
Go back.
It
Mhm.
wasn't, no,
No.
no, no.
Yeah, that's that one thing, man, that works my
Yeah.
nerves, let me tell you.
Mhm.
So I wrote a book called Just Be You, Baby, Guiding You Against All Odds, right? And in parentheses after guiding you is capital G dot capital A dot capital Y in parentheses. So it says guiding you gay against all.
Yes.
Did you get a chance to see it? Did you see that?
I didn't get a chance to see that, but I did see your play, like the
Did you?
previews for it, and I really was like, oh my gosh, I gotta see that. I got to.
Right? I remember I
And I
told
did watch another podcast, and it really made me happy seeing that, honestly.
you.
Like especially with the trans men, like I love seeing that, because I really feel like people need to see this and see
Yeah.
that, because I be feeling like I wish I had someone back
Hmm.
then that I could have saw like that in that position. That
Hmm.
way I wouldn't feel so alone or
Right.
misunderstood, or like, allowing the stigmas to what it is to be
Hmm.
the information that you have, because
Right.
that's all that was shown. That's the only representation that was given.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
What is it like for you now? Do you have a new family and community that you connected with? Have you found your footing in that?
So I like I said, I do feel like I have a little bit more of a connection with my closer connection with my mom, my grandma,
Hmm.
my best friend. She's been there like since I transitioned.
Hmm.
Like a lot of firsts and stuff. She was just very supportive. I would say absolutely yes, more so now.
Hmm.
But I'm still looking to like still build community, because as I get older, I'm starting to understand how really important that is.
Absolutely. The church. Did you completely leave the church? Did you go somewhere else? Are you still involved in ministry? Are you?
I completely left the church.
Oh,
I have my feelings about it.
mhm,
I'm not trying to disrespect anybody's faith, but it's not for me.
mhm.
I feel like that's where my box was. That's where I was placed in a box.
Come
And
on. Yeah.
and I feel like that allowed me to miss out on a lot of things in life I could have experienced,
Mhm.
and it could have, and I don't like that. I don't
Perfectly.
like that.
I hear you. Because, I came up in the Baptist church all my life,
Okay.
in the Baptist
Mm-hmm.
church. And when we finally become who we were created to be, you know,
Mm-hmm.
the backlash, child,
Yes, yes,
you know,
absolutely.
and that is one of the things that turned me off from the church.
Yeah, me
Fact that,
too.
you claim to be Christians,
Yeah.
which you are to love one
Uh,
another,
Yes,
right? Love your
exactly.
neighbor. Yet y'all the main ones that
Y-
are
Yes.
ostracizing us, that are marginalizing us. You are the main one, but you're supposed to be God's children. You're supposed
Yeah,
to be the, true believers. I know it's deep to get into that,
it is.
it's
Yeah, it is.
extremely deep to get into it, but that is what the Affirming Love stage play is all about.
Yes.
It is a huge portion of the LGBTQ plus individuals and cisgender, because we talk
Mm-hmm.
about mental health issues and things like that as well. And how
Right.
the church is supposed to be supportive. That's supposed to be the safe haven for people.
It is.
When Jesus walked amongst the earth, he walked amongst what they would say to be, he didn't walk amongst the elite, you know?
He walked amongst the sinners too. If anything,
Yes,
he hung out with the sinners.
yes. And
Like, yeah, yeah. I know,
this
I know.
box, this book y'all teach us. Y'all teach us this book, you brainwash us, and you have us so confused. We more confused being in the
Exactly.
church than we are just being allowed to be who we are. If society
Exactly.
would leave folks alone, right?
Yeah, I just feel like it's a lot of holding on to traditions
It is
that were meant to be held on to.
old
Um,
tradition.
yeah, yeah,
It's sad. It's
it
sad.
is.
It's sad because and then they go against their own words. I mean, their own book. It's so contradictory.
Yes,
And mind you, I've been in ministry for almost 30 years now, right?
I've been in it for a while too, for many years. Many
Yeah,
years. That's
yeah.
exactly why I said what I said. Many years I gave
Mhm,
to the church and whatnot, and
mhm,
it felt like again I sacrificed myself to keep up an image. In
mhm.
reality, that it's not gonna last. It's gonna
Right.
fall. It's gonna crumble at some point.
You know what that made me just think of? Now behold the Lamb.
Oh yeah.
Precious
Oh
Lamb of
yeah.
God, right?
Yes. Yes.
And it made me, music is always in my head. I always got a song.
Same.
Oh,
Same. Me too. Always got one on my mind and on my
yes, right.
tongue.
I always
Always.
want to back it up. And it just made me think about how you love me so, Lord, I shall never know, right? The precious
Hmm.
Lamb of God. But when I think of it, I think of us as being those precious lambs of God. You know what I'm saying? You love us.
Yes.
God loves us unconditional. I believe that portion.
I
You know
do
what I'm
too.
saying? Yes,
Even when other people don't, they
mhm,
say they
mhm,
do, but
mhm.
love is a verb, and unconditional love is something that people think that they have, but they don't always have. They talk
Right.
about it, but they don't always show it.
Absolutely.
That's
Absolutely.
why I say it's always important to know a person in all seasons, winter,
Yes,
spring,
ma'am.
summer, all of it.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
All
And
of it.
we forever evolving as well, right? As the
Exactly.
seasons change, we change.
We change. Exactly.
Yes,
Exactly.
ma'am. Yes, ma'am. I love it. All right, everyone. That concludes our episode for today. We hope you enjoyed it. Tune in with us weekly on Tuesdays at 7 p.m., Remember to follow, share, and subscribe. And again, thank you for tuning in to Affirm and Love podcast. Become a member of the Affirm and Love community through Patreon and hear more behind-the-scene conversations with our guests and much more.